Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Let's Talk About It Media 21, where we talk hot topics, trending topics, what's going on in the news, what's being talked about. And we're going to get to Kendall Jenner because I think it's important that you guys see and know when the K's and the J's are playing in people's faces and they're trying to normalize the unhealthy. Normalize the unhealthy relationships, normalize insulting different races and cultures. A lot of stuff I say and do, I notice that they're talking about or they're doing, and it may be other people too, copying my videos or sending my videos. But having unhealthy relationships is not something to trend about. And how we know that they put a battery in her back, they're telling her congratulations on the ad. But we're going to get to that. So just allow me a few seconds to get into my disclaimer so that way we can talk about Kendall. And I would think that the family probably put Kendall up to this to talk about this, and she wants to trend with the Super Bowl. So she wants to trend where everybody will know that people are talking about her exes, and how they feel. So let's go ahead and get to this. Hold on one second. All comments are allegedly. Hold on, give me a second. Let me do my disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute, scholarships, and disclaimer, fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So we're going to get to some clips of her talking about the ad, and we assume and think that the Kardashians probably put her up to this because this is something that all of them deal with, and this is something we've talked about several times. Please like the video. We're going to get into some clips and talk about this. Okay, so all that's done. Like the videos, you guys come in. Like the videos, you guys come in. So let's pin that. So let's get to the clip. Hold on. Is 2 times more. Yeah, so her fans probably put her up to this because what can they all talk about that's something that's going on that's being talked about together? Look at Kanye's trending, so they gotta say something. What else are they gonna say? Ray J's trending. Lamar Odom is trending. So this is like poking fun at all. And think about it. It's not just think about it. Think about how many exes Kendall has. Think about how many exes Chloe has. Think about how many exes Kim has. Think about how many exes Kendall have. And we talked about this. The girls are expected to date. The mom can be in a whole relationship for years, but those girls are expected to date, period. Level up here, level up there. So they're poking fun at the exes, but you're not even talking about how many exes there is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're trying to play words on. And that's what they'll try and do. They're trying to now, because things are interesting, they'll try and poke fun at certain things that people are like, dang, if it was another culture race, you'd be called out. So let's get to this clip where they're talking about Kendall and this ad. And then we knew that she was going to try and attach herself to the Super Bowl. We knew it. But to do it this way is icky.
Star leaned into the vibe. Kendall Jenner isn't afraid to poke fun at herself. The Kardashian star leaned into the viral internet rumor that she and her sisters caused their boyfriends' sports failures in a new Fanatics sportsbook ad for Super Bowl 2026, which will officially air on TV as the New England Patriots and Seattle Seahawks face off February 8th.
Haven't you heard? The internet says I'm cursed. Any basketball player who dates me kind of hits a rough patch.
As a 30-year-old who previously dated Phoenix Suns guard Devin Booker,
like the video,
LA Clippers alum Blake Griffin and player Ben Simmons walks through a house filled with the portraits of her and past boyfriends. She jokes, quote, while the world has been talking about it, I've been betting on it. Her cheeky commercial, which she posted to her Instagram, earned tons of laughs and praise, including from her sister Chloe, who wrote in the comments section, quote, best commercial ever. And sister Courtney writing, quote, I'm laughing so hard.
See, they putting a battery in her back. Because if Chloe would have did the ad, which they wouldn't have pulled for Chloe, they wouldn't have pulled Courtney for the ad. They had to do Kendall to talk about this ickiness about the ex-boyfriends and the concern. Huh. Well wishes, ex-boyfriend. Y'all chose to step over there.
Patriots team Instagram also responded, writing, quote, "We want you side, Kendall Jenner. We can end this curse. We all we got. We all you need."
And it's okay that they're rich, but are they happy? And this is the biggest thing. If some men won't date you because they think something's going on, that's even a bigger, huge issue. Like the videos y'all come in.
When
Hold on one
calls
second.
linger,
Like the videos you guys come in. There's a bunch of videos I really need to do. This is just one of them. Hold on one second.
No, it's not.
Kardashian curse. It's not even my last name.
No, it's not. Kendall Jenner, who's trying out the motto, if you can't beat them, join them.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Haven't you heard? The internet says I'm cursed. Any basketball player who dates me kind of hits a rough patch. I like to keep my private life pretty private.
The model in on the joke for a Super Bowl commercial.
I'm super excited. It's a full dream come true.
The lore? Every time a Kardashian dates a sports star, their career crumbles. Kendall places a sports bet and enjoys the perks that come with winning.
This pool, basketball boyfriend 1 missed the playoffs. I guess nobody was getting a ring in this house. Do you like this bad boy? Boyfriend 2 flopped right out of the league. Not that I ever tried. This cute John! Thanks, boyfriend 3! It's kind of as simple as that.
Though she's famously very private, Kendall's got history dating ball players.
I don't like to let being seen out in public with someone affect my everyday life.
She's previously dated Devin Booker, Ben Simmons, and Blake Griffin. And though he's not a sports star, she also once called Bad Bunny her boyfriend, Super Bowl 60's halftime performer.
Like the video, like the video, like the video.
Live. So let's review. Kendall's dated basketball stars, music stars. Guess that leaves her one obvious choice next.
Football boyfriend. Yes.
Because why? She wants to possibly trend over Cardi B. Remember, it was trending a lot in regards to Taylor Swift and her guy, Travis Kelce. So a lot of times these sports people will try and combine with a sports person and a musician. Just like right now, it looked pretty good in regards to Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. Now you have Cardi B and what's his name? Stephon Diggs. That whole messy situation, the baby mama situation, what really happened at his home with the allegations with the girl. There's a lot going on. Do you notice a difference in regards to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and in regards to Cardi B and Stephon Diggs? And then this is the biggest thing. It's kind of like you're poking fun at your exes, but did you see how she numbered X1, X2, X3? The Kardashians are loving this. Kind of weird. Kind of weird when you think about it. So they're, of course, putting a battery in her back, talking about great ad. Because I've noticed this one thing: when certain people are calling the Kardashians out, whether it's Kendall that's now covering it about poor boyfriends, or whether it's the mom saying, "Oh, the exes, oh, we care for them. They're like family." Man, look at what's going on with Kanye. Look at what happened to Kanye. Kanye now is not 15 years ago. Look at what's going on with Lamar Odom. He just got arrested. Now, mind you, Lamar Odom seemed fine for those good 5, 6 years. He was doing a rehab centers. He was doing all kinds of stuff. Then he get back on that show. Chloe kept some of his items. Why? Why would you not give him all his stuff during the divorce or whatever? Made it seem like she had some of his stuff, which is weird and creepy. Lamar Odom seemed to be doing fine. And then he started talking about, oh, I got a doll that looks similar to his ex-wife, which she really didn't. The doll didn't look, it kind of looked creepy in regards to him wanting a doll that looked like his ex. So then he would often talk about Chloe on different shows. Oh, I miss her. She was the one. He cheated too, just like Tristan. Alleged. He cheated, alleged. Tristan cheated, alleged. But Lamar Odom was talking about ordering this doll so that way he could act like he's still with her, which is weird. So then he ends up on the show. He's sweating bullets, and then he seems so uncomfortable. I think Malika was there. She seemed so uncomfortable. So then this man is in this show with them, and then after a while they start playing clips about Lamar. So concerning. Then just recently he had got caught with being with the DUI alleged. He's saying he did not blow dirty. And then he was recently, I want to say whether it was this week or last week, he was spotted at a bar. So whether they step in or step out, look at Ray J. I can't even go on and on about Ray J. Ray J has Ray J has a lot going on, meaning he talked about how he's struggling and how he can't be around his kids. He can't be around Princess Love. He talked about how much he loved her. So this is the biggest thing. The Kardashians see that these men are struggling. So what they gonna do? They have Kendall talking about all the men. So it'll be a distraction. This is also a distraction from Kanye. Kanye West has apologized to different race or cultures. That's something I always talk about. Kanye West needed to apologize to every race or culture. He has insulted so many races, so many cultures. He's lost so many friends. And he's basically saying it's because it's medically. And we would often see Kanye pop in and out. So sometimes you're going to see that Kanye's now trying to trend. The Kardashians will do stuff to overtrend Kanye. Oh, for sure. Whenever Kanye would do something interesting, outlandish, Kim would show up in a bikini to try and change the narrative. Now that there's more, Kendall can out trend Kanye. North they can now use to out trend Kanye. Kim can also be the one to out trend Kanye. Before it had to be Kim because they probably wasn't falling for that. So a lot of times their family members don't know what's going on. Certain of the Kardashians know what's going on and they're trying to outweigh it. Just like hi, good morning, good morning. Just like we talked about Kylie, it was reported by Timothy, and we'll get to that, that Timothy was dating Kylie for 3 years. They just start talking about Kendall and Kylie and Timothy being together and dating for the 3 years. I'm gonna play this other clip because the Kardashians definitely put a battery in Kendall's back. Hold on one second. Like the video, like
to Kendall Jenner's Super Bowl commercial where she pokes.
And they now have different pages patting them on the back. They didn't have this 5 or 6 years ago. They didn't have people boosting them and saying, oh, isn't this funny? Oh, isn't this cute? They didn't have that. They now have people boosting them and trying to make them look
Here's
good.
How the Kardashians reacted to Kendall Jenner's Super Bowl commercial where she pokes fun at the Kardashian curse as well as trolling her exes. Kim Kardashian reposted to her Instagram story with the caption, "So genius," and Khloe Kardashian. Kris Jenner shared the ad to her Instagram where she captioned it, "I bet on you every time, Kenny. I've watched this 200 times and this never gets old. It's
I bet
so
she did.
Good. The laugh at the end is my favorite part." Khloe also commented multiple times with the best commercial ever created.
I bet she
said,
did.
"I can't stop watching this, the laughing at the end." She too loves the laugh. The laugh was really good. Jenner also said that she can't stop watching the ad, and Kourtney said she's laughing so hard. And cousin Cece said it was genius and perfection. Even the Patriots have chimed in with the K, wanting Kendall Jenner on their side so that they can end the curse. Honey, Patriots, I hate to break it to you, the only curse is if Kendall's dating someone from the other team. So whoever loses the Super Bowl, that's her boyfriend. In the commercial, she talks about a football boyfriend. That's her boyfriend. And no, you're doing amazing, sweetie.
So the biggest thing is they're applauding her for making fun of the exes. Because when you look at the list of who they dated, how many people they've dated, what has happened in regards to the person. We talk about Kanye often. The Kanye now is not the Kanye then. And then people say, if y'all knew he was struggling, and don't forget, remember how Kanye talked about his mental health? Let's see. Kanye West yelling at Kris Jenner. Remember how he talked about that and how he was struggling? Hold on one second. So this is Kanye West going off on Kris. And this is the other thing they didn't like. So then they're trying to play cleanup. They're trying to play cleanup. This is from Kanye's documentary.
Not in jail. Because I'd rather be dead than to be on medication. No one from the family has taken any responsibility for my hospital visit, but if we want to go my mind, that's 50% of what people say at least. Or maybe, am I lying? It doesn't matter. Am I lying? It do matter. It does matter. It does matter. You just said, I haven't finished the sentence. It does matter. It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay. So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health? Yes. 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 I'm saying yes. And I love. Did you have?
He said, did you have an effect on my mental health? This is serious, and they're poking fun at the men now, and they'll probably continue.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health? Yes. Yes. I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
So I would say
Kanye just shook the table again, leaking claims that Kris Jenner allegedly had a whole plan to get him locked up in a mental institution. And while fans are divided, the receipts got everybody side-eyeing Kris.
Did you have an
like the video,
effect on my mental health? Yes. Yes. I'm saying yes. And I love.
So how does she have an effect? I don't know. But the biggest thing it is out there. Well wishes. It was safer for Kendall to try and poke fun at her exes than for Khloe to try and poke fun at her exes. Because people would talk about the alleged cheating in regards to Tristan and Lamar. Dang, 2 boyfriends cheated. And what was his name on the show? Dang, I wish I could remember his name on the show. Because remember, Kim got into like a phone, or she got into something, and then she found out he was cheating. I can't remember his name, but he cheated too. Why are they cheating so much? And it's so public. What's that all about? Anyway, so you got Kanye struggling, you got Ray J struggling. So Kendall was a safer bet to go in regards to talking about the boyfriends. Because Kendall's boyfriends, they're in media, but they're not in media like Kim's exes. They're not in media like Kylie's exes. So let's get to this too. Because Kylie want everybody to think that this is cool, that, and this is another thing we talked about. Kylie traveling the world, Ray J struggling. White beard, looking a mess. He did what? And it's his fault in regards to if he is taking anything. It is his fault if he is overdoing it. Kanye likes to trend. Ray J likes to trend. Kim likes to trend. He is telling people he wishes he could do things different, whether he's going to be here or whatever. Ray J struggling big time. We've seen Ray J just do too much over the last 2 years. Remember how Ray J about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And he's like, I'm going live, Chris. It's all being exposed tonight, Chris. And we're going to talk about everything. Ray J was pretty much over it. He was struggling big time. And the choices he made after he dated Kim, because we already know what, in regards to him and Kim, what was, they did a video. And I can't say too much about it, but they did a video. And then Kim says to Chris, my video will be way worse, won't be as bad as what Kanye's done. What? My video won't be as bad as what Kanye's done. What Kanye's done has been shameful. How he insulted different race and cultures. But they all try to make it seem like Reggie Bush struggled too. Reggie kind of found almost a lookalike. And then didn't he have to give his trophy back, which was kind of sad. And I don't know if he regained that trophy, but that's a sad situation. So you look at Kanye, well wishes to Kanye because he's medically struggling. You look at Ray J now, he's medically struggling. Reggie Bush has situations and things were taken or maybe given back. I don't know. And then you look at the Chris Humphrey situation. Go back and look at what Kim says in regards to the divorce, how he was stating that the divorce was fraud. That whole situation is a hot mess as well. That's a whole hot mess. Yeah, that's a whole hot mess. Because remember, she was like trying to cry, and it's just, I can't do this anymore. And then remember, she had talked about Chris Humphreys. She didn't like his building. She wanted more privacy. And he was like, babe, you know the situation I'm in. You chose to date me. And then how they talked about when he was doing the proposal, he had to do the proposal several times. It had to look right. And go back and look at the video where she's sitting on an interview talking about how Chris Humphrey felt that it was fraud. Go back and look at it. That whole situation is a mess. The girls were taught to level up, date people that can help them level up. That's what they were taught. That's why so many of the girls have dated so many people. The body count, when you really think about it, is kind of icky. The body count, when you really, really think about it, it's icky. Thank you for the gifted. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm just now seeing it. Yeah, when you think about the body count, it's kind of icky. It is. Thank you for the gifted. I appreciate you. I see it now. Yeah, when you think about the body count. So she don't want to talk about the body count. She don't want to talk about the other sisters because other then they'll talk about the ad in regards to all the sisters. So when you think about the body count, it's kind of icky. Let's go here. Hold on one second, because I'm trying to remember what's behind here. We'll talk Trump in a minute. We'll talk Trump in a minute. Okay, then you have the Kylie and Timothy situation. You have the Kylie and Timothy situation. Remember how we talked about Kylie had said, Timothy had said he had been dating 3 years. A lot of us didn't think it might have been 3 years. Many of us probably thought it maybe 1 or 2, but for it to be 3 years, now they're pushing. Oh, they're talking about possible marriage. Oh, he lives there and he spends quality time, and now Travis don't like it. We talked about that. My page did, because this is Kylie's situation. Kylie has the beautiful children, yes. She has the beautiful children, yes. But why is it that Timothy is never seen with the kids? That's the biggest thing. Why is Timothy never? And he at some point they may or they may not, because Timothy is there to help clean up. Timothy's there to help clean up Kylie's image. Period. Timothy is there to help clean up Kylie's image. Period. And why do Kylie's image need to be cleaned up? You got the Travis Scott situation. You got the Tory Lane getting drunk and intoxicated at her house, allegedly. You got that situation. And then you got this situation too, where Kendall Jenner is kind of helping this situation. If you guys did not know, let's talk Super Bowl. They're talking about when the Super Bowl happens, if Bad Bunny performs. That's the bigger issue. If Bad Bunny performs, they're talking about ICE is going to be out there at the game. Did y'all know that? There's more and more posts in regards to if you go to the game, it's a possibility ICE, they're saying they're going to be there. They're going to be there. So this has been a big issue in regards to Bad Bunny performing. And then, if you don't remember, Turning Point was saying, y'all may not want to watch the halftime show. Turning Point was talking about having like a halftime show so you could scoot over there and watch Turning Point. Be careful regarding that. We're going to do a video on that. You guys, there is so much going on regards to Turning Point, Anton Daniels, the Kardashians, Ray J, Kanye West. There is so much going on. There's so much going on. I could literally spend a long time just uploading videos. I don't know why my numbers aren't numbering like they should and like they normally do, but that's okay. We still gonna get this out. So Kanye West apologized. And you got to remember, Kanye West apologized. Bad Bunny's supposed to perform. I guess he's still going to perform, but they're talking about ICE is supposed to be out there. So they're trying to take the distraction away from ICE possibly arresting these people. And what does that mean? A lot of these people have to carry their papers on them so they know that some people should be here. But we've seen what's been going on with ICE. A young lady passed away, RIP to her. They stated a man just passed away, RIP to him. I don't know the whole situation. And then you got Megyn Kelly saying, how is it that I can travel in those cities and nothing happens to me? Or I'm keeping my behind at home and I'm not causing You got Megyn Kelly talking a certain kind of way, which is interesting. Megyn Kelly situation with Candace Owen. Megyn Kelly situation with Erica Kurt. There's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot. So the Kardashians are really good at distractions. We're going to see how bad it is in regards to a Super Bowl and ICE. We're going to see what other ads are out there. They wanted to push the Kendall ad first because this covers a lot of them. You get it? The Kardashians were probably trying to figure out how can we all trend in one way without seeming We want the attention on us. It was Kendall. They pushed Kendall in this. Kim couldn't do it. Kim couldn't do it because people would bring up Kanye. Kim couldn't do it because they would bring up Ray J. Kim couldn't do it because they bring up Chris Humphries. Kim couldn't do it because they bring up Reggie Bush. Go look up all the situations in regards to some of her exes, period. And go look at the situation in regards to her first husband. Uh, anyway, okay. So then Chloe, of course, would do it because Chloe, they would talk about Lamar. They would talk about Tristan. Courtney couldn't do it because then they would talk about Scott. And then they would talk about Scott, and they would talk about Travis Scott, and then they would allegedly talk about Justin Bieber. That's really, really messy. That was really, really messy. And then go back and look at how they talked about Courtney when she first got pregnant. If y'all know, then y'all know. Go look at that. When she first got pregnant, go look at that whole situation. Anyway, and then you have Kylie. If they talked about Kylie in this ad, they would talk about Kylie. They would talk about Travis Scott. Um, they would talk about possibly Tory Lanez. They would probably bring up Tory Lanez. And how is it that Kylie hit the stand in regards to Tory Lanez? That's really a messy situation when you think about it. I don't know if she hit the stand. I don't know if they even brought her up. But people are talking about that court case too in regards to, did Kylie take the stand? The judge Tory Lanez had. That's all messy. There, I'm telling y'all, there is a lot going on. Now, Kendall Jenner, her exes, she dated Bad Bunny. So of course that's being talked about. They pushed Kendall up into this situation. And then they were talking about Kendall Jenner. Did she, not respect that he might have been in a relationship or out of a relationship in regards to Kendall Jenner, Bad Bunny? That's been a lot in regards to people talking about Kendall Jenner, Bad Bunny situation. And then they were saying they might have been having a hard time understanding each other language wise. And then it's interesting how Kylie and Kendall, that was their time to date. Chloe and Kim are probably trying to find people to date, but many people are distancing themselves because this is the biggest thing. If Lamar cheated, Tristan cheated, Chloe might be having a hard time trying to find a date. Did y'all know I did a video on Chloe. Go check it out last week. Chloe did a video in regards to she was having a hard time connecting with her son. And she said it had something to do with regards to Tristan. But that's the biggest thing. Chloe decided to have two children. Children are a blessing. Chloe decided to have two children by Tristan. Why? This is the other thing. Let's talk about this. Baby, I'm cooking. Let me cook. The Kardashian women have had so many things done. That's the other thing. Did y'all realize that Kendall is trending in regards to her saying that she did not have a lot of procedures done? So Kendall is supposed to trend right now for them. Many people are saying, Kendall, you look totally different than when you were younger. I would pull it up, but I can't. I was gonna pull up, and I'll do a video probably Saturday. Kendall Jenner last week or the week before did an interview, and she was talking about, everybody's always talking about the different procedures I had. And she talked about she only had things done on her forehead, allegedly. But when you look at the pictures, Kendall's nose look different. Kendall lips look different, and her face looks different. So I don't know why they got her out there, and she did that first. She did that first. Why would she talk about it don't look like she had anything done when people are using their eyes and she looks different. Her nose, her mouth looks different, and her face looks different. Some people do grow to be skinnier. Her face was a little thicker when she was younger, but Kendall definitely looks different. Did that interview first. Before, remember how they wouldn't really talk about the procedures they done? Lately, thank you for the gifted. I see it again. Thank you for the gifted. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, Dread IZZ or something like that. I don't have my glasses on. But yeah, remember how Kendall was trending around that. So we probably should have known that Kendall was trying to do a Super Bowl commercial. And remember when they talked about Bad Bunny being the performer, regards to the Super Bowl. So we knew Kendall was going to try and do an ad or do something. We knew it because people were talking about that. But here nor there, the Kardashians, these men, what's going on with the men? Well wishes to the men. You made a decision to date who you wanted to date. Now we see. And this is the other thing I always talk about. Be careful who you have children by. I say that about Kim and Kanye. And then I always ask, are they role models? And this is not to have anybody go over there and do any hateful stuff. We're just talking about what's been talked about. That's what we could do. We're just talking about the rumors. We're just giving our opinion. Don't send any hate over there. It is what it is. We see what's going on. So now we'll notice that the Kardashians will try and poke fun at themselves. And remember how it was just entertainment tonight? If you can't beat them, join them. They're poking fun. That's what they're doing. And before, I used to make a statement about 2 years ago. I'm not going to make it today because I've noticed people like using my zingers in a way. So I got to be careful about my zingers. So I'm learning that certain K's and J's are watching, and if they're not watching me, they're watching somebody else. We were the first ones that was questioning Kent Kylie, and Timothy spending time together with the children. Kylie wanted the children. Remember how Kylie's like, I want to have kids young, and the Kardashians were like, Kylie, you gotta wait. Now Timothy seems to want to date Kylie and be around Kylie. We don't often see Kylie with the kids at the basketball game with Timothy. We don't see Kylie with Timothy at these tennis matches. We don't see Kylie at these basketball games on sidelines. We don't see Kylie and Timothy together with the kids. Now, she's saying that he lives there and they're basically married. Girl, remember how last year they were talking about Timothy was traveling the world and he barely was around Kylie? So now Kylie's trying to say they were living together for a year? When? But here nor there. Sometimes they will twist the truth. Well wishes to the men that decided to date. Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I know a lot. And see, I don't even really care for that show. I don't watch the show. And then go back and look at Kylie Jenner posted a picture and was out and about in regards to a necklace. Go look that up. So if y'all wonder why I say what I say, I do what I do, Kylie Jenner and her necklace from 3 or 4 years ago, concerning. Kylie Jenner, go look at one of the cakes she gave Jordan Woods. It said the N word. Did y'all know that? Kylie Jenner gave a cake to Jordan Woods and it said the N word. So concerning. So the necklace stuff was concerning. The cake to Jordan Woods with the N word was concerning. And then you go back and you look at Khloe Kardashian, one Halloween costume. She had herself attached to black women like she was their imp. Can't say the other word. But yeah, that's a concern. So I'm surprised people still support. And then think about it. Remember how the Balenciaga thing? And people were saying, why isn't Kim speaking out? And then she sometimes still wear Balenciaga. Go back and look at the ad 3 or 4 years ago in regards to Balenciaga. Balenciaga was called out. Anytime anybody wears Balenciaga, I side eye them. Even if it's somebody I thought I respected, if you're wearing Balenciaga, if you're not paying attention to what the ad was, you're not paying attention to what those documents that were on that table, if you're not paying attention to what the diplomas were that was on those walls, if you're not paying attention, I will side eye. Don't forget, some of these celebrities will work together and their PR teams will work together to have people be relevant, stay relevant. So you really got to pay attention. Some of these celebrities are very interesting. There's Hollywood, in regards to people that are doing well in Hollywood, serving their community. They don't like the drama. We're not hearing weird stuff about them. Then there's Holly Weird, where people are talking about going in the rooms and what's going on behind closed doors, and you're looking for PR stunts and you're doing this for a PR stunt. So there's Hollywood and there's Holly Weird. You could decide what category the Kardashians fall under because there are concerns there. Period. So got into it in regards to Kendall. She's made a choice. These men make a choice. You could date whoever you want to date. Sometimes when you're in your career, sometimes if you're struggling with an injury, that could do something in regards to a person's career as well. But it had to be Kendall that was going to talk about the ex-boyfriends. Okay, so let's get into more hot topics, trending topics. This was interesting. Hold on.
Little rusty. So the first dating situation out of the gate, this is a true story, I got ghost fished. I was ghosted and catfished at the same time. I was talking to a woman on Snapchat for 4 or 5 months that I never saw. And then I realized, wait a minute, I haven't seen you. She didn't want to be seen, so okay, I had to move on. All right, let me move on. Let me keep going. A thirst trap is basically a...
Now, he's too smart to be having that type of situation. Next clip. Oh,
the edge looking down into the raging water below. And I was presented with a Shakespearean dilemma. To jump or not to jump? That is the question. As I stood there pondering the question, the irony of this dilemma wasn't lost on me.
Like the video.
I just asked myself a very similar question as it related to my marriage. You see, a few months prior to Costa Rica, I was faced with the question, to jump or not to jump.
So he's really never really talked about Megan like this. And we realize, think about how they got their start. Megan Good dated Devon Franklin. They withheld quality time with each other. I have to watch what I say. They withheld quality time with each other. When they were going through their divorce, go look at the picture in regards to they're sitting looking at a hill. There was decisions that were made. They made a lot of money together, book deals, movie deals, whatever. So now she then started dating about a year after her divorce or 2 years after her divorce from Devon Franklin. Megan started dating Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors had a concern with his girlfriend at the time, and it seemed that she was trying to get to his phone. We don't know who was calling Jonathan Majors, and the girlfriend at the time of Jonathan Majors, they had a situation. He went to court. Jonathan Majors went to court on the situation with the girlfriend. Baby, many people were wondering, Megan, wake up. Why are you dating him? Many people were wondering if Megan alleged, we don't know, we can't confirm or deny, if Megan was trying to date Jonathan Majors around the time he was going through this situation. Then many people were calling out Jonathan Majors, calling Megan his Coretta. The Kings don't like when you use their father's legacy or their mother's legacy. They don't like it. So many people were like, Megan, what's going on? Why, of all people, are you choosing Jonathan Majors when he's having situations with his ex-girlfriend? She's a grown woman. She decided to date Jonathan Majors, and it is what it is. That's the story in regards to Megan and Jonathan Majors, and Megan in regards to Devon. So Devon is newly married. So some people don't know. Whenever we do YouTube videos, we got to know a little bit of something. I don't know everything, and I don't confess to know everything. About last year, Devon Franklin did get married. She's a beautiful girl. He was dating, I don't know if that's the same girl he was dating, but recently Devon Franklin did get married. I don't know if Megyn Kelly is either engaged with Jonathan Majors, if they're engaged or if they're just dating. But well wishes to Megan. Many people were like, ugh. And then he would hold on to Megan, and he was crying over Ayanna Van Zant's bosom. So there was a lot going on. So well wishes. I'm shocked that Devon Franklin did this and spoke out. And I'm shocked that he's focused on his ex and not his new marriage. Hello. Sometimes they'll do that to trends. Let me see. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Like the videos, y'all come in. Like the videos, y'all come in. Let's get into a little bit of Trump.
The history of our country. A man that didn't win the election, by the way. We're all allowed in here by an open border policy of the worst president in the history of our country. A man that didn't win the election, by the way. It's a rigged election. Everybody knows that now. And by the way, numbers are coming out that show it even more plainly. We caught him. We caught him. We're all allowed in here by an open border policy of the worst president in the history of our country. A man that didn't win the election, by the way.
So there's more Trump. Hold on one second. Let me find it.
I want to thank everybody for praying for me. I was in the hospital. My heart's only beating like 25%, but as long as I stay focused and stay on the right path, then everything will be all right. So thank you for all your prayers.
So
I want to thank everybody for praying for me.
That's the girl. I was in the hospital. The girl behind him is the girl he was been dating for a while. The way he shades her is sad. Let's continue.
Probably have this little piece of ear back, you know? I could have had a nice easy presidency. I probably have this little piece of ear back, you know? Could have it, and I wouldn't have to listen to lunatics like this up there. You do know they're paid agitators, right? They're paid. They get paid. You know, do you ever see their signs? You know, we used to have protests and you'd have guys make you a sign in a basement. These are all paid agitators. That's all they are. They get paid to go and they don't even know when they interview them, why are you here? I don't know. They have no idea. They're paid insurrectionists, really, in some cases. They're sickos. They could have had a nice, easy presidency.
Okay, so let's get to the news.
Business alert: gold shimmering up to its highest close today in history at $5,079.90 per troy ounce, just a day after blasting through $5,100 an ounce. Investors have been piling into the safe haven trade for a year now. The run-up in precious metals has gotten added rocket fuel since President Trump announced his widespread tariffs back in April. This week alone, he's threatened new levies on Canadian and South Korean imports. A possible government shutdown is looming. The Senate has until midnight this Friday to pass a $1.3 trillion spending package to fund the government. Senate Democrats are now saying they will not vote to fund the Department of Homeland Security without restrictions for immigration enforcement, which could torpedo the entire bill. And don't forget, the Federal Reserve meeting gets underway today. In this hour tomorrow, we will hear from Jerome Powell after the interest rate decision. Joining us now to weigh in, Euro Pacific Asset Management Chief Economist and Market Strategist Peter Schiff, who's here in a Fox Business exclusive. His Euro Pacific Income Fund, EPDIX, was among the best performing global value funds of 2025. Peter, what's having the most impact on gold right now? Is it tariff uncertainty? Is it the government shutdown? Is it interest rates? Is it the risk out there generally? Is it central banks who are hoarding gold?
Well, it's a lot of things. And first of all, the problem with the government is not that it might shut down, but that it's going to continue to operate. The U.S. government is the biggest reason that gold is at a new all-time record high. The dollar today, the dollar index, is at a 4-year low. Against the Swiss franc, the U.S. dollar is at an all-time record low today. Consumer confidence just plunged to a 12-year low. And as you said, gold is at an all-time record high. So, Trump is trying to sell the U.S. economy as, the hottest in the world. But according to consumers and investors, it is the coldest in the world. If you had to grade the economy, you'd have to give it an F. The main reason, though, to own gold.
We just got good numbers on durable goods. We've had pretty solid numbers. I mean, granted, consumer sentiment is very iffy depending on the month. But Peter.
Switch to TurboTax.
Like the video, fair use reaction clip. Like the video as you guys come in. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for being here.
All 100%.
Incomes are pretty solid. We're starting to see some real gains in productivity. So call it the coldest.
We're not seeing that, Liz. Unfortunately, the numbers are not accurate. They're highly skewed. They're going to be revised, and a lot of it is being influenced by inflation. Inflation is going to be much more pernicious over the next few years than it was when Biden was president. Unfortunately, that's what gold and silver are telling you. They're a warning. Just like in 2007, when the subprime market blew up, something that I had been forecasting would happen for years, and something that I bet against. When that happened, I knew that it was foreshadowing a bigger crisis that hit the following year. But the mainstream investment community, the Federal Reserve, Ben Bernanke said that subprime was contained. He didn't understand the problem. Gold and silver are warning about a bigger crisis that's going to hit either later this year or maybe next year. We are headed for a U.S. dollar crisis.
Well, let's jump in on the dollar. Let me just jump in. Except for the yuan at the moment, the U.S. dollar is weaker against all major currencies. In fact, it's hitting a 4-year low. Sometimes people say, well, you don't want too strong a dollar, because that means, multinational companies here in the United States, their products become more expensive. So where's the sort of middle ground here?
Yeah, well, it's actually weaker against the yuan, too, because the other currencies, the way your charts look, it's the other currencies going up, but then the yuan, it shows the dollar going down. Look, the dollar is weaker across the board. And this is a vote of no confidence in the U.S. economy, in the U.S. government's ability to manage its finances. The nail in the coffin was the big, beautiful bill, because before Trump was elected, there was actually some hope that the U.S. might actually, get a handle on spending and cut government spending. You had Elon Musk coming in with Doge, but unfortunately they ran him out of town because there's no stomach, even in the Republican Party, for cutting government spending. So the deficits are running out of control even more now than they were before. And now you have Trump antagonizing the world with tariffs that aren't really on the world. The tariffs are on Americans. Americans pay the tariffs, but it makes foreign goods more expensive for American consumers. And so foreign companies don't do as much business in the United States. But now you also have Donald Trump threatening to invade Greenland, whether he does it or not.
Well,
He's
he said
talking
he
about the
wasn't
fact
going
that we
to.
have this strong
He said,
military.
hold on. He said that there was a deal, and we're waiting to hear the framework, more details on it. But he said he will not use force. He will not invade Greenland. I just want to be clear on that. U.S. national debt right now. So you're not wrong about too much spending, and we're still waiting to see some of that at least ameliorate. We've got the national debt of $8.6 trillion at this very moment. The federal budget deficit is still just really kind of depressing. I mean, these numbers are going the wrong way. But what is your, if you believe that all of this pushes gold higher, what is your target price?
Well, I don't have a target price other than much higher, because there's no floor on the dollar, so there's no ceiling on gold. But Liz, the important thing is not that Trump backed away from his threats to invade Greenland. The fact of the matter is he put it out there that he was considering it, and that he would use America's military might that we only possess because the rest of the world finances it. We depend on the world. They provide us with the goods that we don't produce. They loan us the money we don't save. Trump has it backwards. The world economy doesn't work because of us. Our economy works because of the world. We have a dysfunctional consumer-based credit economy that rests on the foundation of the U.S. dollar's reserve currency status, and the world is now pulling the rug out from under the U.S. The dollar's going to collapse. The dollar's going to be replaced by gold. Central banks are buying gold to back up their currencies. They're getting rid of dollars. They're getting rid of treasuries. We are headed for an economic crisis, again, that will make the 2008 financial crisis look like a Sunday school picnic. The biggest difference between the crisis that we're about to have and the one we had back then is this one is all in America. It's not going to be exported to the rest of the world. It's not a global financial crisis. It's an American financial crisis. The rest of the world is actually going to benefit.
I need to get in here. You sound like Jamie Dimon, doom and gloom. But Peter, the last time you were on the show...
Jamie Dimon sounds like me. He sounds like me. Maybe he's listening to my podcast.
Okay, battle of the egos here. Wait, the last time you were on the show, we took a look at how your picks have been doing since then. And September 18th, 2024, you had recommended Agnico Eagle Mines, Pan American Silver. We can show the performance of those. Agnico up 161% since you mentioned it. Pan American Silver up 206%. We want to let our viewers know the CEO is coming on from Pan American Silver on Thursday in a Fox Business exclusive. Do you have any new names that you would like to recommend?
Well, first of all, even though those stocks are up a lot since the last time I was on your show talking about them, they're actually cheaper now than they were back then, because the earnings of these companies have gone up a lot more than the share price. And the reason is that investors still don't believe the rally is real. They look at gold and silver and they think it's a bubble. It's not a bubble. It's the pin. The bubble is in the dollar. The bubble is in the U.S. economy. And when investors start to realize that not only are gold prices and silver prices not going back down, but they're going to keep going up, these stocks are going to go ballistic. So I would keep buying these names. You know, Franco-Nevada is the other real high-quality gold name. But I think the stars of this year are going to be the junior mining stocks, not the big names that everybody knows, but a lot of the small names that nobody's heard of that didn't move as much last year. And the best way to get involved in those is to buy my fund, my gold fund, your Pacific Gold Fund.
Let's continue with the hot topics, trending topics. Let me see if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. Hold on, I always cover it up. Where do you talk Ray J? Where do you talk Trump? Like the videos, you guys come in. Like the videos, you guys come in. We talked Devon Franklin. We talked Kendall. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? This NBA player is talking about how he almost knocked out Kanye. Kanye West, during a heated VIP parking clash. Many people are calling Kanye out because he's lost a lot of friends. He's said a lot of hurtful things. Many people feel that well wishes to Kanye. Is this going to stick, or is he going to do something else in a month, in 2 months? Now, this is the other thing you have to realize. It's being reported that Kim Kardashian may change the children's name from West to Kardashian. Kanye West has apologized before. And many people, like in the last 6 months, if you haven't noticed, Candace Owens liked to talk Kanye. Candace Owens liked to talk Kanye, their meetings, Charlie Kirk and Kanye. If y'all haven't noticed, she'll try and mention Kanye's name at least once a month. I got to get into the Candace Owens and Kanye situation. Many people got in Kanye's ear when they noticed he was having concerns, health concerns. Kim has called Kanye out, but you know he's having health concerns. Kanye has asked for his children not to be in media. What is that going to do if a father of children are speaking out and you're still going to do whatever you want to do? You think that's not going to press buttons for Kanye? That's going to bother him. If he says, please don't have my children in media, why is Kanye saying, please don't have my children in media? Because don't you think that's triggering things for Kanye? If he says, please don't post my children on TikTok, Please don't have my children around this Disney stuff. If you still do it, don't you think that's going to trigger him? If people start talking about his children, yes, it's going to trigger him. It's going to trigger him. And let's go here in regards to, again, people are just now coming in. Kanye West had said to Chris that, don't you feel you have something to do with my mental? We're going to briefly talk about what TMZ is saying. So let's go here. Like the videos, y'all come in. We're going to listen to briefly what TMZ had to say about Kanye and his apology.
A new leaf. That is the big question after he took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal. Is Kanye West turning over a new leaf? That is the big question after he took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal and presented an open letter called To Those I've Hurt. By the way, there are reports that a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal costs somewhere between $200,000 to $250,000. What are we doing wrong?
So Harvey jokes about how much that ad cost Kanye.
I thought the newspaper business was going up. But in this letter, he is addressing a lot of the controversial things, not all of them, but many of them that he has said, as he puts it, over the last 10 years. And he's going back to the car accident he had, I guess, about 25 years ago now. So in the letter, he says, 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. It does not excuse what I did, though. I'm not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people.
So
he says, by the way, that frontal damage was undiagnosed for a long time.
Well, we should say that I believe it was around 2015. Kanye was put on an involuntary psychiatric hold. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. So I'm not sure how that plays into the car accident, but we have seen Kanye go off the rails in this very office and having an episode.
And they posted it. They could have made a decision not to post that, right or wrong, but they posted it. Like the videos, y'all come in.
So what he is saying is, look, this was me not being me, and I'm out of the fog, and I'm sorry for what I did, and I don't feel the way.
And if you go back and look at the interview with Kanye, Kanye was there with Candace. Like the videos, y'all come in.
I said I felt, and
by the way, credits Bianca, his wife, and helping him
in one of the interviews. So it's nice that Kanye is crediting Bianca for supporting him through this, because it seems as if his ex likes to post the children, which I'm sure is triggering him all the time.
What I did, and I don't feel the way I said I felt. And
by the way, credits Bianca, his wife, and helping him get to this point. We have heard him make, not to this level, but we've heard him make apologies for some of this stuff before. Only to have him then make a Heil Hitler music video.
But at the same time,
you can't rely on any of it.
You may not be able to rely on it, but there's nothing to rely on. You either accept it or you don't. I mean, at a point, if somebody says it, do you give them a chance? And I don't know the answer.
You give them a chance at your own peril, because by his own admission, he's saying that this is a constant struggle, whether he stays medicated and eats well and has therapy. These manic episodes are extremely empowering. He talks about this very well stated, that you don't want to be on your medicine because you...
Now, if y'all did not know, this is the other thing. Last week or the week before, there were some men that were trending because there was some music. I don't know if it was Kanye music or somebody else's music. They were dancing to it. Tate, Byron, whatever his name is. There was a bunch of men in the club and they were dancing to inappropriate music, and they were kicked out, and the club owner talked about it's inappropriate for them to be playing that music in the club, and he don't know how it got played. And then allegedly some of the men in the vehicle was playing the music. So many people were calling it out. Now, I can't confirm or deny. I'm trying to remember if that was Kanye's music that he was trying to release or old music. I don't know. I don't know if Kanye was tied to it. Don't quote me on that. But I thought they made a connection with those men and Kanye's music. And it was inappropriate what they were doing, what they were saying, and the hand signals. Y'all got to be careful. There's a lot going on in media. Some of these celebrities will tie themselves to stuff they don't even need to be tying themselves to, but some of these celebrities like to trend and go viral. So go look it up. Men kicked out of a club for inappropriate music. But go look it up. It's very concerning, because this might be the reason, if Kanye is tied to it, this might be the reason why Kanye's saying enough is enough. Y'all tying me to stuff that he may not want to be a part of. And some of that stuff might be triggering him too. But don't get me wrong, I'm not here for Kanye. I don't like how he insult race cultures. Sometimes what his wife wears is so inappropriate. What you do in your own private life is your business. But sometimes what his wife is wearing is inappropriate. Children don't need to be seeing her goodies. Some of that stuff is see through. So Kanye has had and done a lot of stuff. Yes, Bianca has been there. Some stuff she wears, she is in this red leather outfit doing some kind of commercial or some type of video, whatever. And then if y'all go back, check this out. I'm the one. If y'all go back, go look at Bianca's clothes for the last 2 years. Some of her clothes are very similar to what Kim's new brand deal is. Have y'all noticed that? I still need to do a video on that. But yeah, go look at Bianca's clothes for the last 2 years. Kim's brand deal is very similar to that. Kind of concerning, kind of creepy, because was she looking at her, watching her, and then you get a brand deal, and then that's what Bianca brand deal was supposed to be, but now you came out with it. So that excludes Bianca for having that brand deal for herself. Because remember, Kanye often talks about his girls are muses. Bianca, Shani Jones, that Fox girl. Kim likes to pay attention to what those girls are wearing. Kind of creepy. Hi, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Hello, hello, hello. You notice these numbers are different right now. A lot of people are going live for the Anton Daniel stuff. I do have some Anton Daniel stuff that it was like, oh my goodness, this guy is something else. But the numbers are very interesting. 3 or 4 weeks ago, oh my goodness. But I took that 4 week break. And I took not the 4 week break. I took a 4 day break. And YouTube doesn't like when certain people take breaks. They want you to go live every day. Sometimes they want you to go live on the weekends. But these are lowest numbers I've seen in years. But it's okay. I know how to get back into the algorithm. I've been doing what I need to be doing. But hi, hi, hi. Thanks for being here. But yeah, you were with me when the numbers were like 200, 300 people in the building. But it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, um, I still have to go live even when I don't want to. And I do try and still take my weekends off, but I took those 4 days off, which was very interesting. It was that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm now that did the video that Monday. So YouTube don't like that. They like my videos when I'm popping. So, but there's a lot of people that are talking about the Anton Daniels stuff, um, TikTok stuff. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's trending, and the Candace Owens stuff. So, if you guys did not know, Candace Owen recently got a cease and desist from Turning Point. So there's a lot that's going on that I'm covering in my shorts, but I'm not covering in my lives. So that might be something. I almost did a video last night in regards to Erica Kirk was recorded. So I might have to do a video regarding that. But yeah, thanks for being here. You were always the one that was saying, yes, hit the like, hit the subscribe. So thanks for being here. Let me see. Yes. So I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. But yeah, in regards to the Kardashians, Kanye West, Bianca, sorry, that's what I was talking about. That's good. I can remember that. But yeah, what Bianca has been wearing has been concerning. And I had been saying for a while, a good year, that Kanye West, the things he says and how he insults cultures and race is a concerning situation. And now that if Kim is talking about changing the children's name, he may be saying he needs to get himself together. This is the other thing. Kim allegedly is homeschooling North. I don't know if y'all know that. So North went live and she had said it was around 10:14, 10:15. It was 10 something in the morning. And many people were like, she should be focusing on school right now. So keep an eye on what North got going on. Are the Kardashians utilizing North to trend and go viral? Are the Kardashians utilizing North to stay relevant? Are the Kardashians utilizing North and attaching their name when North should be focusing on school? She should. North should be focusing on school. That might be another thing that might trigger Kanye, and that might be another reason why he stepped in, because North wants to trend like Kim, and she wants to trend at least once a week. North wants to trend about her nails. She wants to trend about her grill. She wants to trend about her music. So having two famous parents might be very interesting for the young children. North is a beautiful girl. Don't send her no hate her way. But we're concerned that Kim is pushing her to try to go viral and to do PR stuff. And then it's like she's looking for the validation from people. If you go back and look at, many people are talking about this. When North went live a few days ago, many people were talking about, why is your grill black? And she was like, what's wrong with y'all? You know it's a grill. She said she can easily remove it. She didn't like that people were talking about her grill at all. And then people were talking about her hair. Is it green? And she said, no, it's blue. And then Kim is in the background. And Kim was like, yeah, I got to stay here. I got to watch what you're saying. I might pop in and out. No, Kim, you shouldn't be popping in and out. You should be hearing everything that North is saying. So North should not be focusing on going live. North should be focusing on her homeschooling studies. And then Kim is trying to normalize this. The Kardashians are always trying to push stuff in people's faces and normalize it. It's concerning. Okay, y'all, I'm in live for an hour. Surprising. But I'm going to end it there. I might do the Anton Daniels thing either in the morning or I might do the Candace Owen thing. But I do need to get to that in regards to people are calling out Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Kirk. So concerning. But since the numbers are not numbering here, if we had 200 in the building, I might combine it, but the numbers are not numbering for 1 hour. But I thank everyone. So, like I said, a lot of stuff is my opinion. Um, Word on the curb is, rumor has it, it is what it is. But the Kardashians, something else. And we've seen that Kanye is not the Kanye of now. I did post a picture of Kanye and his ex girlfriend when it was probably before he dated. I don't know if it was before he dated Amber Rose or after, but she was a beautiful black girl. I'm wondering what his life would have been if he would have stayed with her. I'm wondering. You know, Amber Rose talked about certain things that her and Kanye went through, and we already seen what Kanye and Kim went through, and we see that at times Kanye likes to go viral, and then he'll be quiet. He'll go viral for about a month saying some weird stuff, and then he'll go quiet, and then he'll go viral another 2 or 3 months after, and then he's quiet. So I've told y'all that Kanye likes to go in and out, and it could be because of his health concern. So well wishes. Hopefully he'll get the treatment he needs. So copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Let me see if there was anything else I wanted to cover. This is North walking. A lady wants to take a picture. She is crying over meeting a child. Where they do that at? So Kim wants her to do that. Go certain places where people are calling out her name. I guess let's see. Melania has a movie that's coming out. Melania's Big Night inside the Trump private White House screening. $75 million move. $75 million movie with billionaires applause. So some people are saying the movie did well. Some are saying it did not. So I can't confirm or deny if that's done well. I think it premieres in theaters January 30th. Guess what? That's around the time that there's supposed to be a shutdown. I go in and out about different subjects, y'all, because I have a lot that I know about. Yeah, that might be around the time that there's a shutdown when her movie premieres. I don't know if that date was chosen prior to the first shutdown or if it was chosen mid coming back and the shutdown and the government was reopened. Let me see. Let me see if there was anything else. This is North trending in her live. She's talking about her nails and she should have been focusing on school. We got to keep an eye on. This is her and her friends and her doing her music. Kim wants her to trend. Kim's putting her in media and she needs to be focusing on school. Kanye West basically is saying that his apology is not a PR stunt. I have to watch certain words. Kanye said his. Okay, I'm gonna play that too. I hope I don't.
His name starts with a K. And the three of us girls even formed our own club. We call it the KKK. Oh, everybody in our family's name starts with a K. And the three of us girls even formed our own club. We call it the KKK. Oh, everybody in our family's name starts with a K. And the three of us girls even formed our own club. We call it the KKK.
And she thinks that's funny. And then y'all wonder why I do videos on them. She really thinks that's funny. That's not cool. It's not funny. Okay. Pete Davis and his girlfriend, not sure if she's the fiance, recently had a baby. So congratulations to Pete Davis. If y'all remember, I forgot to name Pete and Kim. My goodness. Remember how Pete was dating other people? Pete was dating, I'm trying to remember her name. Pete, after he broke up with Kim, he was dating somebody else. And once a month, Kim still was trying to talk about Pete Davis. Congratulations to Pete Davis and his first child. Whenever Kim recently talked about Pete, he then had to do a nice weekend for his girlfriend. Kim likes to talk about Pete. It's almost like, I don't know if she feels he's the one that got away. There's alleged rumors. Is Kim dating Drake after Pete? I don't know. But congratulations to Pete for having his first child. He really seems to be in love with this girlfriend who he had said she's almost like the best friend he ever had. Go back and look at videos when he talks about her. He is like in awe of her. That's a beautiful thing. So for Kim to mention Pete, knowing he had mentioned he's expecting, and then she mentioned him, and then he had to do something special for his girl. That's the other thing. Why men are careful in dating them. Because the K's and the J's like to talk about them even after y'all break up. And then the girlfriends of these men that's dated the Kardashians. So it's not even about the good vibes, bad vibes. Sometimes these men don't want to be on the show. They don't want to trend and go viral every month or every week. So sometimes the Kardashians will talk about the men after they broke up. Kim literally talked about Pete for almost a year. If not every month, every other month. But for a while, she was talking about him every month, if not every 3 weeks. And it made it seem, and people were like, it was cringy. It's like, leave that man alone, because there was a video that we hadn't seen where Kim was like, oh, babe, I'm about to get in the shower. You want to join? Remember how Pete threw the phone up and he's like, he was running weird trying to get in the shower with Kim? And then remember how he was doing something where he was sitting on a chair. But remember, he was called out for having North on his lap. People didn't like that. North should not have been on his lap driving that golf court, and the other daughter was in the back seat. And then what Kanye did in regards to Pete was concerning. The song was concerning. The videos he showed, that was all concerning. That was messy. So I don't know if Kim feels a way about dating outside of, because Kanye may have a way or feel a way, but Kanye feels a way anyway. Kanye feel a way about his children. But yeah, so congratulations to Pete Davis. Let me see if there was anything else. I'm glad I did cover that. So this is Ray J.
More than anything. And she don't know how drastic the time
Hold on one second.
is like. I love my baby mama more than anything. And she don't know how drastic the time is that I got, but it's life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I could drive over to like where my baby mama is with my kids right now and just spend time with them for like the next 2 or 3 months, I would do that, but yeah, I got a criminal protective order where I can't see him. It just happens to be life, man. I got a CPO that's heavy. I can't be 150 feet away from my baby mama or my kids, so I mean, I haven't been able to see him. But you will, though. I got court on the 30th. Can't see my kids. Like, I ain't been able to see my kids through their birthdays, through Christmas, through none of that.
Ray J made some bad decisions.
I love my baby mama more than anything. And she don't know how drastic the time is that I got, but
he should have made better decisions.
I put like $5 million in my kids' trust that it gained like 15% every year, and then I can't touch it till they 18, so they like 6 and 7, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 15% for 18 years off of $2 million is what? Whatever it is, I did my part. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make some more before whatever. I think my kids got at least 10 10 million in their account. They'll probably blow that shit when they get 18. They get 10 million apiece, probably. They gonna blow that shit quick. They might be smarter than me though. They might take it and turn it into a new business, but it don't matter. Time tells you that shit. I put like 5 million in my kids.
Let me see if there's another video.
That does everything, and they gave me my time. I'm not gonna tell y'all when, but it's like it's sooner than later. It's sooner than February. No, but no, more life, more blessings. I put another million in the account for Princess as a trust, and they get 20% when they get 18. But it's a different kind of trust at another bank. No, they're not. His days are not counted. But guess what? More life to the my baby mama gonna be straight. More life to the Buddha. My kids gonna be straight. If they want to spend all the money, they can spend it. But I did my part here. That's okay. But we're not gonna. I shouldn't have went this hard, bro. You should have. Because I shouldn't have went hard. Who was going to? Mama and my daddy coming to pick me up tomorrow. And they're gonna take me to the checkup. But shout out to my mom and daddy, and shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Brandy for looking out for me. She paid my bills for me. For the rest of the year. My sister paid my bills for the rest of the year. That's crazy. That's everything. And they gave me my time. I'm not gonna tell y'all when.
Let me see if there's that's the last one.
It's sooner than later. It's sooner than February. No, more life, more blessings. I put another million in the account for Princess as a trust, and they get 20% when they get 18. But it's a different kind of trust at another bank. No, they're not. His days are not counted. But guess what? More life to the Buddha. My baby mama gonna be straight. More life to the Buddha. My kids gonna be straight. If they want to spend all the money, they can spend it. But I did my part here.
So he put money in a trust, but then you got Brandy paying your bills. So you didn't want to pay your bills for the year?
They're gonna take me to the checkup. But shout out to my mom and daddy, and shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Brandy for looking out for me. She paid my bills for me. For the rest of the year. My sister paid my bills for the rest of the year. That's crazy. That's everything. And they gave me my time.
So now it's being reported that he has an appointment coming up this week, and his mother and father are supposed to take him. So well wishes in regards to whatever Ray J has to take care of. Health concerns are very serious. You could tell it's weighing on him. He's now showing more gray hair than he ever has. So I don't know if he was dyeing it before, but he's showing a lot more gray than he was ever showing. So hopefully his test goes well. But many people are saying, is it because of hardcore stuff he was doing over the years? We would see him act out and then apologize. About 2-3 years ago, whenever he would apologize, say, sorry, Brandy. Sorry if I'm embarrassing you. In this last year, he hasn't said that like he used to say it. So in regards to Brandy and Monica touring, Ray J was there, of course, and he was with his family. There was a time that Monica said, Ray J, hand me your phone. You doing too much, you saying too much. Because you could tell Ray J must have been struggling, because you should be focusing on your sister touring. That's a blessing. But instead, he was doing problematic stuff. He was shading the girl he was dating, making rude comments. The girl was crying on the stream. Then he got blocked from the stream because of what he did. And Ray J stated that he didn't want Princess Love to leave that night because they had been alleged drinking. And he didn't want the children to get in the car if they had been drinking. But then you never should present a piece. I got to watch what I say. You should never present a piece to stop anybody from leaving. So it seems as if Ray J wanted to stream. He wanted Princess Love to come over to his house so he could stream. And then it was late. And then I guess he was probably saying some disrespectful stuff, which he sometimes do. If he talks to the girl like that, he probably talk crazy to Princess Love, and she be like, look, dude, chill out on your comments, your thoughts, just watch your mouth. But if he had been drinking, he probably wasn't watching his mouth. So Princess Love's probably like fed up with it. Ray J was leaving. He was like, no, y'all not taking my kids out of here. He said, all y'all been drinking. But the judge and people aren't going to see that. You got to be able to figure out a better way than what you did. Call your mom, call Brandy. Hey, you live streaming and people saw what you did. So Ray J's made decisions. Kanye's made decisions. Lamar has made decisions. Tristan has made decisions. Scott Disick. We ain't even talk about Scott. Scott Disick has made decisions. Travis has made decisions. Travis Scott has made decisions. These men, my goodness. I go on and on. The unhealthy relationships are oozing. They're oozing out. So we get the Kendall's poking fun, but they're probably happy she did that. They're probably happy she did that. Go back and look at last month. I don't think it was this month. The mom did an interview talking about, oh, we love the ex-boyfriends. I'm sure you do because they've helped your daughter trend to go viral. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let me see if there was anything else. I'm kind of glad I did show that. LeBron James has been trending. Go back and look at my post. The Lakers have been talking about him a lot. She was basically trying to say she felt he was ungrateful. Many people are talking about LeBron and his son Bronny, how his scores was, but we know Bronny struggled with health concerns, and that might have triggered him from being on the court. So many people talked about, is he asking for a trade? Did he feel ungrateful? Many people are saying LeBron act like he don't give a F. I gotta watch what I say. But LeBron has been doing different stuff. So many people felt, LeBron, you had all that control, and then you got to remember, y'all. Hi, good afternoon. Ray J has been trained. Oh yes, the people that Ray J used to hang around with. Thank you for saying that. Man. Oh we, oh we. Your comment is very, very interesting. When you think about it, that is very, I can't confirm or deny. I can't confirm or deny. Ooh wee. And you got to remember that person that's in jail, their documents are sealed. So many of the women that he's dealt with over the years. And did y'all see my short? Go check out my short, y'all. Go check out my short. Young Miami was trying to flirt with Shannon Sharp. I did that short yesterday afternoon. Young Miami was flirting with Shannon Sharp. Oh my goodness. So Young Miami might be having a hard time getting dudes because dudes are probably trying to figure out what's going on with Young Miami. You know what I'm saying? On my channel. Thank you. I'm a whole bit of something else over here. I'm a whole bit of something else. I really am. Because I think about stuff. And see, that might be why she was flirting with Shannon Sharp. Oh, I'm sorry, LeBron. Let me go back to somebody ratchet. Let me go back to somebody ratchet. Look. Let me see. I can oh, I don't want this to die. But go listen to my video. Hold on, let me try and play it. Young Miami was flirting with Shannon Sharp. When women know that there's a man out there with money, let me play it.
Damn, you tried to hit on me? I ain't got no money. I'm telling you, I ain't got. Damn, you tried to hit on me?
Wait.
I ain't got no money. I'm telling you, I ain't got no money.
You single?
Damn, tried to hit on me?
So
I ain't got no money.
Carisha was asking Shannon Sharp if he's single.
I'm telling you, I ain't got no money. we gonna be back in Section 8.
This is
for me. Shit.
This is Shannon Sharp and Young Miami.
She ain't saving up.
We be on the couch with that big old block of cheese with that knife. Cut it.
Man, as long as we spending time together, I don't even care. As long as them kids going to school, they say I don't care. Like I'm just happy with like spending time with my person. I'm telling you, like that feel good.
That feel good.
It feel good.
You ever date older man?
So my sister.
I love it here. We gonna take over the year for another year. It's your bestie.
Wait.
Miss Westie.
Sorry, that was playing. So that's probably gonna get me. I'm gonna have to probably clean that up later on. That is Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp getting flirted by Carisha, and she's like, I just love being with my man. It feels good. So go back and look at my video where Shannon Sharp was talking about going overseas. trying to find a long, beautiful haired girl. These celebrities are something else. They actually tell on themselves. They do. They tell on themselves. And that's the other thing. When you talk about that, many people are not talking about what's out there and what people are medically being treated for. You know what I'm saying? They're probably not talking about what else they're being medically treated for, because remember, his court case is sealed. So many people don't even know what he got. So his ex-girlfriends, ooh wee. And it's interesting that Gina didn't show up for court. Young Miami didn't show up for court. Trust and believe that trial, they need a lot of us looked at that trial and we laughed at it. How the feds presented that court case. And remember, Ray J was like, "Oh, he innocent. Why y'all going after my boy?" And then last month he was saying something totally different about people trying to take his behind. I got to watch what I say. So Ray J is something else. Ray J is something else. At first, he was protecting him. Then he started talking about him last month. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding." And then remember how was it Ray J and Blueface together? He was like, "Oh man, I was just kidding. I was just kidding." These Hollywood people are something else. Yeah, Ray J is so messy. Blueface is so messy. We were talking about that in regards to that woman wanting to sleep with Blueface, but she had said to Blueface, "You got to get tested first." Remember that? She had told Blueface, "You got to get tested first." So if something would have popped up that Blueface had, hello, if something would have popped up that Blueface had, she would have reported on it. Why would a man, and I said this to one of my guy friends, that man don't like that girl. If she got him sleeping around. And they say sometimes stuff don't pop up on every result. So you could catch something and thinking that person is clean. How nasty. Yeah, and she should have him tested. I agree. Blueface should have been tested. But why would a man want his woman to sleep around with a man that just got out of jail? That's gross and nasty. Gross and nasty. What's his name? Adam? That's so sickening. He's literally imping her out. And why isn't he going to jail if he letting his girl do that? He's imping her out in public. Why isn't he going to jail for that? Him trying to prostitute her to Blueface. But here nor there. Ray J has been tripping out for the last 6 to 8 months. He's been tripping out for the last 6 to 8 months. And then you got to remember, nobody showed up for court for, okay, Diddy's family showed up to court and some of his friends. But a lot of those celebrities didn't show up, but Kanye did. And remember, Kanye showed up when alleged one of the women might have been having or had, I don't know. Kanye might have felt that somebody might have been talking about him in court. That might be why he popped up, to kind of tell them to be quiet and silence them. Because remember, there was somebody on somebody on the stand. Many people couldn't tell about Jane Doe or whatever. There was names that was put out there. But Kanye, I don't know if he had any association with one of the people that was on the stand, but he came around the time that people were talking about and trying to figure out if it was Kanye that they were talking about. This is the other thing. Did y'all notice the court allowed Cassie's men to be named, be exposed? But in regards to a lot of people that Diddy dated, a lot of those people were not named and exposed. And this is the other thing. Remember how they raided his house? A lot of that information wasn't told either. So maybe they did want to gather a lot of information what was in Diddy's house. And that was kind of gross. That was the other thing that me and my guy friends was talking about. How these women was with Diddy and what the expectation was for these women and what they did. Go back and look at the last guy that's suing Cassie. The last guy that's suing Cassie, he talked about what was going on with him. I gotta be careful what I say. The last guy, no, she had many guys that she was doing stuff with, but one of them had been speaking out a lot about Cassie and Diddy. That's so concerning and icky and sticky. Alleged, yeah. There's a lot going on there, and I can't confirm or deny if they was collecting some of his squirmies, but that whole Cassie situation is very interesting. And then go look at alleged. They talk about they were having a hard time serving Cassie, but then I guess she accepted service. So there's alleged guy that's trying to sue Cassie. Alleged. I don't know if he's suing Cassie and Diddy, but that's real messy. Yeah, we can speculate all day. There's a lot going on. It's been very quiet with Diddy lately. If y'all did not know, it's alleged November or December he got rid of his plane. Did y'all know that? Diddy had to sell his plane. I can't confirm or deny. Alleged. I don't know if he was having problems paying the attorneys. Can't confirm or deny. But a lot of times attorneys want their money up front. But it's being reported that he sold that jet. Now that jet was making him a lot of money and helping pay the attorneys. Then alleged some of his employees were saying if they were getting paid or not. I think Diddy was expecting to get out. He did not get the pardon from the man uh, that's in the presidency. He did not get that pardon. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So we'll follow if there's a situation in regards to Cassie. We'll follow what's going on with Ray J. He talking about he got a doctor's appointment. He got a court date coming up. So he got a doctor's appointment this week, and he got a court date coming up. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And then Carisha flirting with Shannon Sharp. Why?
I'm telling you, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I'm telling you, I ain't got no money. we gonna be back in Section 8.
That works for me. Shit. Hello.
Hey.
Section 8 saving up.
We be on the counter with that big old block of cheese with that knife. Cut it.
Man, long as
This is Shannon Sharp in Young Miami.
we spend time together, I don't even care. Long as them kids going to school, they say, I don't care. Like, I'm just happy with, like, spending time with my person. I'm telling you, like, that shit feel good.
It feel good.
It feel good.
You ever date an older man?
Yeah.
How much older? What's the 5 years, 10 years? I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I'm saying what?
Like 30, like 20, 30.
So she's trying to calculate who she dated recently. She probably trying to calculate Diddy's age. Yes, those attorney made a lot of money in regards to that court case because Diddy was trying to trend, trying to go viral. Diddy was in their ear all the time. Those attorney made a lot of money.
Yes. Wait, let me see.
This is Young Miami and Shannon Sharp. So go look at my short in regards to I did it yesterday. Go look at my short in regards to Young Miami and Shannon Sharp trending. Okay, y'all, I had said 27 minutes ago I was going to end my live. Let me see if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. Like the videos y'all come in. We did briefly talk about LeBron. Well wishes to LeBron. This is the one thing y'all remember 4 or 5 months ago, they were talking about the alleged illegal gambling that was going on. Remember how they were trying to pull in his friend had some situationships in regards to the Lakers. Can't confirm or deny if his friend had anything to do or if LeBron knew. I don't know. But there was some gambling stuff that went on. And many people have been called out in regards to the NBA and people arrested. So after that, LeBron is not trending the way he used to trend. Now, if the Lakers are calling him out, I don't know. It's not looking good because remember, LeBron wanted to be on the basketball court with both his sons. But LeBron has said, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it, be here for my other son to play on this Laker team. But that was probably, he was kind of like, And then they were reporting, I did a live on that. I think I did a short on that. I don't think LeBron made the All-Star. He's been going to the All-Star for past 20-something years. LeBron's not going to the All-Star game. Is that not something else? How they don't want him there? So there's that. So there's a lot going on with LeBron. I did do some posts regarding LeBron.
And make America affordable again. But the word affordability is a Democrat scam. One of my top priorities will be to quickly defeat inflation and make America affordable again. I don't want to hear about the affordability. We will make America affordable again. We're going to make it affordable again. There's this fake narrative that the Democrats talk about affordability. Affordability is a con job. We will target everything from car affordability to housing affordability. This whole thing is, they use the word affordability.
He contradicts himself so much. Did y'all see the picture, the video where he's talking about the reporter is asking him about the $2,000, and he said, "What about the $2,000? I gave y'all that." Did y'all? Did y'all see the video where she asked him about the $2,000, and he's like, "Well, we talking about it. We trying to get this tariff money, and we hope that it passes." And he couldn't remember. He gave y'all the $2,000 or not. Y'all, that's a hot mess. That's a hot mess. I hope all is well with him too. Oh, Vivica. Oh, then and now. Vivica Fox. Then and now. Yeah. It happens though. Little weight gain, you know, bless Vivica. This picture was posted a while ago. As you get older, and then Vivica loves talk about 50. Have y'all noticed that? She will talk about 50 at least once a year. And then I guess they're okay now. But he was kind of like each year up until last year, he was like, move on, Vivica. Move on, Vivica. Move on. Move on. Stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. You could tell when somebody really loves somebody. Bless her heart. Hey, Vivica Fox. Let me say that. Is there anything else I need to save? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Some stuff I need to save as I'm live. I already saved that. And I already saved that. Okay, let me see if there was anything else. I said I was about to end. See, this is him promoting that Kendall did a good job. Y'all got to be careful. These celebrities like to play in your face, and they like to normalize. These celebrities like to normalize what people are joking about and talking about. These women have dated so many men. It is what it is. I think I'll end here. So thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Everyone have a great day. At some point, got to get to the Candace video. If I do it, I don't know. There's so much going on with Candace and Turning Point. There's so much going on. There's so much going on with Anton Daniels. There's so much going on. But thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. I've been live for 1 hour 30. I talked about being here for 30 minutes, and it's been 1 hour 30.